ever had a hollow feeling in your heart about the futility of life? Have you ever asked yourself, why am I here? Who brought me here? Could life be better? What happens when I die? Get answers to these questions in the latest book by Kakra titled The Invitation. You can order this book through the following means. Place your order on Facebook by posting Order The Invitation at the comment section or message window. We also deliver worldwide. This message is brought to you by the friends and partners of Kakra. Welcome to Air Power with Kakra, teaching the nations with signs and wonders. Kakra is the senior pastor of the Morning Star Cathedral, Lighthouse Chapel International, Accra, Ghana. Now, today's message.
Welcome. Kakra has been sharing an exciting series titled The Blood of Jesus under the subtitle The Blood of the Covenant. Yesterday he explained that covenants are signed with blood in the spirit realm and people do so even with the devil. Let's join him as he continues.
You can sign a contract with demons and devils. And Paul said, in the spirit realm, whether it be God, whether it be devils, there always has to be a sacrifice. But the reason for the sacrifice is because blood is needed. That's the signature that ratifies the contract. When you come to God, the same holds true. That is why we call the blood of Jesus the blood of the covenant. It means the blood of the contract. Are you following me? Because to sign a contract with God, you'll still need blood. But with God, the blood that is above every other blood is the blood of Jesus, because there was no sin in his blood. That's why we use that one. In the Old Testament, they were using animals. And with the blood of animals, after every year, the contract lapses. They have to go and sign a new one because it's not correct. But the blood of Jesus is called the eternal blood. It was signed once, forever. No more signing. So, when God wants to have a relationship with anybody, there has to be a contract or a covenant. That contract describes what God will do for you, and it also describes your responsibilities, the things you have to do for the promise or whatever to come to pass. So when God also wants to relate with people, he always signs a contract. So for example, you want to be God's son, or God wants to be your father. The Bible calls us the blood of the covenant. He will have to come to an agreement with you. In this agreement, he will stipulate what you have to do to be his son and the conditions that you have to meet, terms and conditions. And then after, he will tell you the promises that are attached to being his son or daughter. Now, I want us to look at an example of one man in the Bible. His name was Abraham. The reason why Abraham is very important is that God signed a contract with Abraham which affects you or is related to us, even today. That's why sometimes when people go to the occult and they sign a contract, the effects of that contract moves from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. Because it sometimes it's generational. So the person has signed for other people. I remember one day a woman came to see me. She told me we are 8. 7 are dead. She said to me, every 2 years, one dies. And she said, all the 7 are dead. She said, I'm the only one. And this year is the 2nd year since they started dying. So after I listened to the story, I said, hey, this one, somebody might have signed some contract somewhere. Because the regularity and the way it was repeating itself, something was wrong. Anyway, let me come back to Abraham. So I was talking about God and Abraham. So I said, so it affects you because the contract with Abraham was also supposed to affect the seed of Abraham. And the seed of Abraham are two types of people, or the children of Abraham. The ones who are biological, the Jews, and the ones who are his seed by faith, which is the Christians. Are you understanding me? So these are the two kinds of people. So whatever contract that God signed with Abraham, it extends to those people.
Thanks for joining us. Today we learned that God also signs covenants with his people, using Abraham as an example. This contract descends even to us in this present day.
Join us same time tomorrow as Kakra continues this message.
Before we leave, here is a praise report to boost your faith in the Lord. Transformed after your Air Power Conference. Dear Pastor, I am pleased to testify that my life has been positively affected by the Air Power Conference you organized at Gozo. I used to masturbate a lot, but ever since you touched me that evening, I am a changed man. I haven't engaged in this act again, and I thank God for this liberation.
Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message, or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you.